We're on Orlah, Perek Bet, Mishnah Zayin, 7th Mishnah in the 2nd chapter of Orlah. Okay, we want to dedicate this learning to the memory of my father, of Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. And if you need to contact me, that's my email address. Feel free. In the last Mishnah, okay, we learned a rule. We learned the following. We said, we learned that if I have anything that's mixed in, and it's going to be, let's say, for example, midamea, make truma. So the bittul of truma is 1 to 100. So we learned that even if it's not notein tam, it's midamea, if it's 1 to 100. If it's mechametz or mitabel. Okay, that's lahachmir. When do we say this chumrah applies? Min b'mino. But then we have the rule of lakel ulahachmir, min b'she'eno mino. Sometimes we're not machmir, and that's the case of min b'she'eno mino. So our Mishnah is going to talk about this case of lahakel ulahachmir and min b'she'eno mino. That's our Mishnah. Says the Mishnah, lahakel ulahachmir min b'she'eno mino. Ketzad. What's an example where it's min b'she'eno mino? Sometimes I'm mekel, I'm lenient, and sometimes I'm machmir. Kagon. The following is like this case. Grisim shenitbashlu im adashim. Grisim are I forget. Adashim are lentils. Grisim are barley. Whole kernels of wheat, grisim, groats, okay? Whole kernels of various grains. Let's say wheat. Wheat are fairly adashim and lentils. V'yesh behem benotein tam, and you can taste them. So if I can taste them, says the Mishnah, ben sheyesh behem la'alot be'echad u'me'ah, whether, let's say I have 100 of adashim, more, 100 times adashim, it's 100 times more wheat adashim than the wheat, or ben she'en behem la'alot be'echad u'me'ah, asur. As long as I can taste them, if I have no tein tam in min b'she'eno mino, if I can taste the wheat of truma in the adashim, in the chulin adashim, if I eat the adashim, I'm eating my lentil, and I say, the wheaty taste, I can taste the wheat, asur. Even if I put in a teeny amount of wheat, as long as I can taste it, it's asur. But, ein be'beno tein tam, if I can't taste them, then Mishnah says, then, ben sheyesh them la'alot be'echad u'me'ah, whether there's 100 times of adashim, of lentils, per wheat, or there's not 100 times mutar. And this is where we're not machmir. Min b'she'eno mino. Let's look at the chart. In the case of, let's go back to the chart. Here we are. In the case of min b'she'eno mino, we said lahakel ulahachmir min b'she'eno mino. In the case of min b'she'eno mino, meaning two different species, the wheat of truma fell into my lentils that are chulin, and I want to know now, is it demai or not? So we said, if it's benotein tam, then it's asur, because I can taste it. But if it's eina and benotein tam, if I can't taste it, then we said, even if it's ein bo la'alot be'echad u'me'ah, even if it's not 100 to 1, it's still mutar. Remember, in this case, in the case of min b'mino, it was asur. That was the last Mishnah. But in the case where it's ein bo mino, and it's min b'she'eno mino, two different species, then the rule of the 100 to 1 does not apply. The special din, the dioraita, that is, we learned from Trumat Maaser, that we learned in last Mishnah, does not apply, and in this case, since it's not benotein tam, it's asur. So therefore, we see that the determining factor in this case, in min b'she'eno mino, is nitinat tam. Asur, asur. If you can taste it, it's asur. If it's not, it's mutar. Whereas in min b'mino, it's both asur if it's kedei lechametz, if there's tam, and if it's 1 to 100. It was both lahachmir in both cases. And here it's lahachmir, if it's denotein tam, ulahakel, if ein bo, sometimes we're mekil, if ein bo, if it's not benotein tam. That's our Mishnah. If you have any comments or questions, I gave you my email address at the beginning. Have a good day.